Since this is a long cook, I'm not going to crush the garlic in here. I'm going to take the paper off. I already used a whole head of garlic when I made the broth. So I'm not looking for too much more garlic flavor, but I want that savory stuff. So, savory stuff. Flavor, you mean? Yes, hippie. It's 3 meals out of 8 ingredients. What?
Do we mean meals or dishes?
Dishes. Dishes, please. Not meals.
I think he might be on the verge of mutiny.
Dishes, yeah. Okay, good. 3 dishes. I got a week.
How much time you have doesn't matter because you can't plan.
I can plan cornerstones. Things that I would use to make a meal. I could both carry it as well as accompany. Sound like I'm confident, right? Nope.
I'm amused.
All right. I expect to be... Captain Mutiny, that's a good point. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's a joy to me. This whole thing. Well, we'll find out next Sunday. But this is a joy to me, doing what I do here. So thank you very much for that. And thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. One of the 3 must be used in each dish. Oh, no. Okay, I want to make sure I have the rest of this. Carrots. The carrots, 15 minutes. Separate boil the potatoes in their jackets till soft drain. So we're going to be basically adding in the rest of the vegetables into there. I don't know why I'm not putting the potatoes in there. 2 hours so the bottoms leeks cook. Then add onions, turnips, carrots. Yeah, basically everything else gets added after the 2 hours. And then it goes another half hour. So we're at 50 minutes. I got plenty of time. Those are good. I don't have to worry about that. The bread. Bread timer. Oh, man. Echo, stop, please. Okay. So, baguettes. Uh, 25, 30 minutes, divide in half, shape 2 baguettes by making a, oh, this is, I read this ahead of time and it's kind of, seriously? You want me to do this? How? A little bit too much oil there, hippie. Spanner in the works. I really have to think about this. All right, for this, what's it say? Shape into 2 baguettes by making a flat rectangle out of your dough. Do we have to score? Yes, I do. I think there's, I don't have the blade for it, but I've got a sharp knife I use for that. They don't end up square. Okay, then it says, like an envelope, like a, no. Stretching the rectangle lengthwise. That? Huh? Sealing the seams. Glad I have 2 to work with here. I am not a French pastry maker. Ciabatta. You start with making them into rectangles. A baguette shape is tubular. And I don't know how doing that is going to make them lengthen.
Read it, boy.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Sid. Yeah. Working with time, press each dough. 25 centimeters by 20. Fold. Fold in the other same way and press well again to make a long strip of dough. Now fold the dough. Thanks. Yeah, so basically do the envelope along, fold in the other edge and press again with a groove down the center, okay? Now fold the dough over itself lengthwise into a sausage, press the 2 sides together, roll very lightly into your palms. Okay, 25 by 25 centimeters. Centimeters, it's roughly 10 by 8. A little long. So this. Now this one doesn't make sense, where I fold this way, lengthways, into a sausage, pressing 2 sides together. So I've got that. Okay, the directions, boy. Fold one of the long sides into the middle. Like that. Oh, this way. This. Sides into the middle. Sides into the middle. Then fold over onto itself. That. Oh God, next Sunday is going to be fun. All right, let's try this again. Long sides to the middle. Long sides to the middle. Press well again. That way. Oh. And then you press the seam, roll it to press the seam. Jesus, Mary and Joseph and all his carpenter friends. All right. Don't do as I say. Now I ask you. I'm actually prepared cloth. I want my semolina flour down here. Like I said, backseating allowed here, guys. Be clear, it's allowed. We don't use cornmeal, we use semolina flour. Now this is the one done by BBC Food. This is the one I just hacked. I'm going to cover it with
Read it, boy.
puppy treats. Yes, you heard it. You heard it here. Back in the proofing. BBC says an hour. My recipe says 30 minutes. I'm going to set a 45-minute timer. Echo, set a 45-minute bread timer.
Bread timer, 45 minutes, starting now.
Ah. All right. Coda. Indy. You left a finger. Good. Yes, I'm still trying to figure out next weekend. Now we've got... Echo, how much time on the timer? Echo, how much time on the timer?
You have 2 timers.
Yes, I do.
Meat with about 38 minutes left. And bread with about 43 minutes left.
I think it's time for the melomel. If it's Alton Brown style cooking competition, no. Welcome to my mead. It's a melomel. This is the watermelon. We used juice from 2 whole watermelons. Oops. Come on. And 10 pounds of honey, and then just water to make up the balance to, it's a little over 5 gallons. This has been fermenting probably about 3 weeks now, and it is probably in the fastest ferment that we've seen for a while. So they're meant to be stuff, there is some, you see up here, that is the hygrometer. That tells me the specific gravity. The pieces around the top here, oh, you don't see that. That's watermelon pulp. And down at the bottom, that's all the residual particulates that came out of it. I'll take you down to the bottom. So when I'm siphoning off, oops, I do need to be careful that I don't suck any of that up. No, I don't. I let it settle into the bottom, then the first one just has the stuff in it. What I've got here, it's a carboy, and pressurized. I do it to about 10 pounds PSI of CO2. I like my meads carbonated. Not all do. I don't like my meads sweet, although Lady Wayfarer does. That's the last of the mead from the last one coming out. Those are all the particulates out of the last one. Yes, I'm still thinking about it.
You have a question?
Oh, okay.
Filter after the fact.
Yes, I did answer that. I said,
Oh,
no,
sorry.
I don't.
I might be catnapping over here. It's just, yeah, it's rainy. I'm tired. The hotel bed last night was lovely, but I woke up early because different place, and yeah.
I might be doing this another time.
Uh-oh.
There it goes. All right. That's the top. There's a rubber gasket that fell in. Normally, I run this with boiling water. And I will do that, but I'm rinsing out the particulates first. At least I think I am. Just spraying water up into it.
Oh dear. Well, it's exciting to have 400 followers, so
It is.
we'll have fun.
See how many I have after I mess everything up. And that's the gasket I was talking about. I think I have my siphon up here. I might have to go downstairs for that though. Check. I've got to go down for it. You guys keep an eye on the meat. Well, maybe I should take it with me.
Coolio. Thank you all for voting. If you haven't voted yet, go over to Discord and vote.
All right. Indy, stop that. Thank you. I think clove is doing its magic in there.
Thanks, Egg. I know you would. I'm definitely on tap until I feed the dogs, but that's soon.
Pot au feu. Pot au feu. Pot au feu. I'll try that. Getting some very nice smells off of that. I'm going to clean up the hose, start the siphon. I want to get my vegetables ready. Oh, Andy B, welcome in. Good to see you. Legendaries. Hi ho. Hi ho. Hi ho.
The aroma. It's savory. It's a little different than a stew aroma. It smells a little tomatoey. Is there tomato in it?
Not at all. No. Nope. Okay, water's boiling there. Get the carrots out for that too.
Hi there, Andy B.
Welcome in, Andy. We have come back from our trip, and Lady Wayfarer has carried us the bulk of the driving back. So Again, a chill stream.
It wasn't that bad, but the rain made things interesting. We saw three different pileups between the going up and the coming back.
Mm-hmm.
We saw 3 multiple car accidents, which was nasty. Not us, so
Yep.
we counted our blessings.
Oh, God. Gotta watch what I do on this stream. All right. Got our carrots cleaned up. I don't like peeling carrots. I usually like to have the skins on. Personal preference, of course. All right. That's about to boil. Just pouring the water into the Cornelius keg.
I forget why they call that a Cornelius keg.
It was originally made by that company.
Oh, was that someone's name?
I think it was the last name of someone, yeah.
Okay.
There were 2 different styles. I think it was Pepsi had the other one. Corny Kegs was this one. And this one just took off because it was more popular. Now with the boiling water in, that helps build up some pressure. Hot water comes out. So that cleans the whole tube coming up here. All right. This is now clean. And then I'm going to use this to help pull some of that water out. And that'll clean this tube. Knew that would happen. Let's do it up here. Here we go. And this is clean. Yes, that is to sterilize it. There's a good bit of alcohol in it, so it's not likely to get an infection. But vinegars could live on things, and they love alcohol. So I don't want a mead vinegar. Ow! And you know the metal's hot? Don't know why I wear shorts in the kitchen, but I wear shorts in the kitchen. Keep it over there. And all it's doing, I filled it with the pumping action, and now it's siphoning it out.
Just going to suggest that. Good job.
Yeah, this actually fermented, I said this before, it fermented probably in about 3.5 weeks.
It kind of took off as soon as it was in the bottle.
And it didn't really explode, which what I was expecting, because normally I just make a 10-pound batch with honey and then spices. So all the sugar from the watermelon was additional. And our level was basically down to 1.10, which is pretty dry. Is it my own bootleg alcohol? This is legal. You can ferment your own beers, wines, meads. This is what the melomel is, a type of mead. If I were to put it through the still, which I may or may not have on the porch, then it might be getting into legality issues. So it's just me watching it drop. Yeah, if I were to, the boiling point of alcohol I think is 160 or 165. When you do a distillation, not that I've ever done this before, may have read something about it. The first little bit of alcohol that comes out, you'd get rid of. It's not good. Everything after that, it will stay at 165 to get rid of most of the alcohol. Then it will start creeping up to boiling point of water. So you want to cut it off about 180, 85. No, it's still flowing. Oh. What I watched, you see at the bottom was all, it was bigger. It was all pink pulp like it is around the top here. But there was sugars in it, and the yeast dissolved those and basically ate everything in there. And it's got this nice clear pink hue, like a rosé blended with a golden. Ah, the feeding of the doggos. It's like they never get fed around here. All right, once we get this drained, I'm going to go ahead and rinse this out. I have to think of how. I have to boil more water. I'll do that. But I'll take it over there and boil the water as we're doing other things. I need to get the vegetables ready for the pot de feu. And I'm going to do the potatoes first. And then the other vegetables, the turnips, the carrots. I think that's it. I'm going to add a pepper in too. Not that that's traditional, but again, looking for that flavor that you would get from an onion. So we might be adding that into the mix too. And as it starts getting down towards the bottom, I don't like wasting it. I'm going to start tilting it towards me so I have more and more to pull from. Still got a little time. It'll start swirling at the top, and that's when I know I have to start tilting it. And I want as little of the bottom stuff in the mix. True, it'll come out early, but don't think I told you about the job interview situation from this week. You did not. I know you were being, well, you were doing one job, then you were being moved into another position that was supposed to be steadier clientele with less or more reasonable demands. That's what I'm afraid of. All right, 2 pieces fell in, 3, 4. Had 2 job interviews, long story short. Oh, geez. I see I was lied, and it's like, okay, I got to go over and read that. Of the salary of role 2. But require double my current commute. You're commuting. Working shifts. So I was extremely excited about the roles. Jesus, yeah. That stinks. Although they could have been lied to as well. I don't know how the things work over there. That's about all she wrote. There it goes. That is as much as I'm going to get clean out of this. All right. Let's see if I read that right. Working day shifts in the office. I normally drive 30 minutes each way. Consider parking, and you have to probably pay for parking over there like we do here. That's not ideal. Is it the same organization or a different one? You said it was with the agent, so I'm guessing it's a different one. Oh. Put the lid back on. And I'll try to draw some at the end of this. We won't have any carbonation. Like I said, I take this, I pressurize it to about 10 psi, 12 psi. Let it go 2 or 3 days. And the pressure eventually goes all the way through. Now I have seen, you have those Airstream systems that carbonate your stuff immediately. I wait. It's okay. A different organization. Yeah. And I almost brought back the makings. Do that. I vent out the oxygen in there. See, that's all the stuff that was left from the last batch. Once you get down towards the bottom, it kicks all the remaining stuff that accumulated there. 20 seconds. Office for the first 3 months. Oh, jeez. Not good, Egg. I'm sorry, man. I know. I agree, Ginger Tea. It's rough. Especially when the market is supposed to be so favorable towards people towards employees. Here in the States, they keep complaining about how hard it is to find people. Well, stop making the jobs suck like that. Double the commute, like at least 2 days in the office. Yeah. It's not worth it at all. Nope. But you're not out of work yet, right? So you got time. Keep looking. Not to 15. Okay. So that was our Melomel. Not too exciting, except when it comes out. I do love when it ferments. It's a nice ambiance to the room. I love hearing it in the background bubbling, but I also enjoy it. So we will, as I said, I'll pull a little bit out towards the end of the stream just to see how it's like and to get the initial flavorings. Normally, it needs to be in the keg at least a week, probably 2, before it gets mellow. Some of the meads, the sweeter meads, take a lot longer to mature. It's just the sugars need time to settle out. The way I make this one, it's pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward. Well, you could respond to that, Egg, but it doesn't sound like you want the job. And I don't blame you. Okay, bread's over there. That's over there. We're going to get our vegetables ready, then we start getting the Brussels sprouts ready. What I'm worried about is Brussels sprouts are at $3.92, so this is a metric recipe, which is cool. Hot a few. So we need we don't have white onions, we're not going to do that. 8 small turnips, peeled and quartered. Peeled and quartered. They want me to peel. All right, fine. How do you quarter a carrot? Exactly, Egg. You are in a position where they need to make it right for you. And if they can't, it's not your problem. It's their problem. No. No. Let's see. Okay, why aren't you listening to me? Oh, I got logged out. Thank you. Very little. It's saying I have no commands now.
Read it, boy.
All right, and dashboard. You've been fed. You are so pathetic. I'm going to have to check into that. Sorry. I'll give him one. Although, the way you're acting, you're going to have to wait at least a minute quietly. Even the dogs want some. Yeah, I think that's part of it.
Brilliant boy.
Ginger tea. What did you do? 29 minutes. Ah, thank you, ginger tea. It took me the longest time to figure it out. There is a reason why peelers have cutters on both sides, you know. I used to do this. Nope. I think what I just experienced on Streamlabs is they're having a few technical difficulties, Egg. Dogs will get a puppy treat. Bouquet. Yes, you saw it here first. He lunged at my hand. Bowls. Please. How you doing, love? Tired? Yeah. Gonna cut out the carrots. I tried, when I'm doing vegetables, try to keep them all about the same size for preparation time as well as bite size. So these are the carrots for the pot de feu. I should say pot de feuer since we're not using all the ingredients. So we only used about, well, it's really probably the equivalent of 8 carrots. These are pretty big. carrots. And it calls for 8 small turnips. I'm going to go for, let's see how we do with 4. So again, we don't have all the meat we're supposed to. I wanted to check this. The oven for the baguettes is 450. So I think I'm doing the baguettes in that oven. And the Brussels sprouts over there. The list of ingredients. See, I'm not thinking about it. Some of the simplest dishes in the world, fewest ingredients, are probably the best. It's not what I'm going to have here. But do join us next Sunday. This Wednesday will be our prep stream too, or prep stream as well. I don't know what I'll be prepping. Are you on mic? Lady Wayfarer's over there suggesting we do some of our odds and ends. Planning stream for the month. I think a combination. Planning stream this Wednesday, as well as we do preparations, or we have like seasonings, yeast nutrient, pretzels. We do soft pretzels. So Wednesday we'll be doing that this week. There's nothing planned yet other than my torment and torture this Sunday, coming Sunday. All in thanks for 400 followers. Thank you very much, guys. I do appreciate it. I whinge here, but also it's kind of fun. I feel good about it. Echo, stop. Pot a few. Do I take the meat out? I think I do. At the bottom parts of the leeks, cook. No, you add it with the meat. Okay. Okie dokie. Now the turnips, peeled and quartered. All right. I'm going to step out for a bit. Hope I'll be back in time for Hope you will too. It's going to be done roughly in 40 minutes, 45 minutes, if I stick to schedule. Okay. Well, the Savoy cabbage goes in the last 15 minutes. Or sorry, it goes in the last, 5 to 10 minutes. We don't want it too done. So these are going in for a half hour. Excuse me, bud. I've added a lot of cold to this, so I want to get it back up to temp. Let me raise the temp here a little bit. Don't know how well you can see that. Let me, sorry, camera. Do that. Yeah. Good old camera. And let me flip it to that. All right. Getting bubbles from the bottom, but they're not up yet. So let's do that. And here is our, all right, Master Splits. That to the right is our dead sourdough. We have to start our sourdough yet again. To be honest, we have the friendship bread, which is a sourdough, also. But yeah, we pulled that out. It needs to be a compost pile. We'll be happy with it. We can do that if you'd like, yes. But the first one was mostly dead. I think taste test time might be me. Oh. All right. So that will go on its way for a bit yet. Go back here. Cabbage will hold the bowl. These will be for later. I gotta get the potatoes on too. Now, if I were making this recipe, which I am, so maybe I should think about this. I would do the potatoes in there. However, I think that might be too starchy. It is? You don't say. Echo, stop. Let me start the water here. And I will pull out split personalities over there. I'd say those look pretty good. Both of them. Now I'm going to start the oven. It's at 450 for the baguettes. Got that. Go ahead and slash. Slash. Now there's a trick here that I actually thought was real interesting. They talk about 3 to 4 ice cubes. They want me to throw the ice cubes in a bowl on the bottom rack. The idea is to create steam initially, which I will do. keep an eye on the bread. Usually I put a pan underneath of it with water on it when I'm doing bread. It gets a nice crust on it. Ice cubes will make it last a little longer. Making some spice cider. That sounds really good. I should have picked up more. I know we have some in the cabinet here. And the bottom rack, doubles. Oh, I see. Oh, that's interesting. Really, I should put the bowl down there. Hooray. Let's get an oven-safe pan instead. I'll feel better about that. Ta-da. I will throw the ice cubes on that when the time comes. Mainly using clothes. Don't tell Cerise Jubilee about that. The salt. Where's my salt? Where can my salt still be? Plan B. I salt the water. Always do that with your potatoes and pasta. Let me start getting the potatoes ready. I think the potatoes go in peeled. Scrubbed. Yeah, not peeled. Cut into... How precise. Let me scrub these up. And I'll put those into the salted water I just put on over there. Cinnamon will be good. A little bit of sugar maybe, but not too much. Brown sugar if you got it. That's what I recommend. Let that come to temp. Last thing we're going to prep, guys, is our Brussels sprouts. And I will put them into the oven over here. Although I might be tempted to add it to the 450 oven. So it's not too far a difference. We'll see how that comes when the time comes. Turnips, I'm going to go put these away. Savoy cabbage, Brussels sprouts. All right, 1 pound is what they call for. Preheat. Rinse Brussels sprouts, remove any damaged outer leaves, cut the bottom stems, then cut in half. I cut them in half. I've seen people do X's on the bottoms of Brussels sprouts. Not necessary. You may not like Brussels sprouts. I used to hate them until I learned about roasting them. Makes such a difference. If you want to make sure you're going to like them, I would start with bacon. Chop up bacon very fine, raw bacon. Then go ahead and Just sprinkle it over the top. You don't even have to worry about oiling them. Just salt and pepper on top of the cut Brussels sprouts with the bacon on top. The bacon fat melts into it. It's lovely. All right, I'm waiting for the boil to come. I'm waiting for everything. It's okay. We get Brussels sprouts here. They usually get them in these columns that they grow on. Takes up too much shelf space or scares too many people, so we get bags of fresh cut, usually pretty clean. So I just cut the bottoms off. There's a couple of these leaves that come off this one. Those Brussels sprouts, never did as a child. Likewise, my mother loved them, and that's why I have a lot of recipes from her for this. She loved kale, she loved Brussels sprouts, eggplant. Is it a cousin? And they've never appreciated it. The eggplant, I'm still on the fence about. But I can make a good eggplant. Please don't tell me that's one of the ingredients. Just slicing in half, or cutting the bottoms off right now. So much good compost material here. Then again, I don't know many kids who weren't picky growing up. Our kids were. Not that I blame them. Taters. Echo, set a 15-minute tater timer.
Tater timer, 15 minutes.
Read it, boy.
We're seeing nothing. Would I prefer sweet or savory? Savory. Sweet is harder to work with, to be flexible. I can make 3 dishes out of sweet. But I don't think any of them would be a main. I would try though. A barbecue sauce, I could. Teriyaki sauce, maybe. Slow? Yeah. Like I said, I think something is amiss on the interwebs today. Anyone a fan of Brussels sprouts out there? Something isn't. Yes, something's rotten in the state of Denmark. Okay. That's a going. The pot de feu looks delightful. A French chef would say, where are the onions? But other than that, the smell. Yep. I think you took Shakespeare class, didn't you, Ginger Tea? I know I did. I tried to read the plays. There's like 3 of my summers in high school. And, oh. Eggy, thank you very much for that $5. That will help us along our way for our camera. So appreciate that. Very kind. Oh, wow. Mutant! Covered a lot of the plays that you don't hear about. For good reason. No, they're not that bad. They're just different. There were some plays that they know they existed, but they don't know where they are. Copies don't exist anymore. A shame, really. A little bit more. I need a pound. I'm tempted just to make them all because it's going to be almost a pound and a half. Extra pupper Treatos. Yeah, we are out of puppy treats. Uh-oh. I said the word. The box has disappeared, Lady Wayfarer says. I enjoy reading. See the charm. Didn't focus on it. College. Hamlet is favorite. Yep. Macbeth. I really liked. Othello was another one. But guilty pleasure. I'll probably lose people over this. Mel Gibson's Hamlet. I really enjoyed that. Now, Sir Laurence Olivier did another, which was phenomenal. But Mel Gibson did not do a bad job of it. I mean, the actors he had lined up with him on that, fade away. But the actors that were involved in that, Roddy McDowall did a fantastic one too. David Tennant, oh, he did a fantastic one. Yeah, okay. I better use the bowls while I can, so here's another bowl.
Read it, boy.
Puppy treat time. Yes, see? It still works. Okay. Watch this, guys. Oops. Watch this as the bottle plummets off the edge. Brussels sprout. Brussels sprout. Funniest thing. Indiana likes frozen Brussels sprouts. That used to be his treat. Aha! Bread timer. It is there. This is before. Baguettes. Echo, set a 15-minute bread timer.
Bread timer, 15 minutes, starting now.
I'm behind on these. Sorry, guys. And I think since I'm behind on these, I'm going to add these to the regular oven. A little higher temperature, be fine. Bread. 24C, 15 minutes. 240. 240. Yep. About the same. 450 is roughly 240, right? 450 Fahrenheit, I should say. Let's see. Brussels sprouts. On a baking sheet, center. Okay. Stems half, large bowl toss, Brussels sprouts halves with remaining ingredients. So, real simple. I think you were on when I last talked about that. That America was almost, back in colonial times, they were gung-ho for metric. The guy bringing the measures over here got waylaid, kidnapped, so they went with English units. One to 2 tablespoons of just 3 garlic cloves minced, since I'm going heavy on the Brussels sprouts. I'll go heavy on the garlic as well. There we go. Egg when you can. Send me a link to your CloudBot software. What software you use for Cloud or your EggBot. I know you run it on your PC locally. Now these go in the oven for 15 or 20 minutes. And since it calls for minced, MIRC. Oh wow. You got a mixed bag there. Okay, here we go. Salt. Add more later. Pepper. And I'm looking for almonds. Blanched almonds. Which I see. Good to take like 16. Oh, cool. Okay. Now it calls for 3.5 ounces. Not gonna be big enough, sorry. Into the abyss. Oven, sorry, oven. Oh my. Echo, set a 15-minute Brussels sprout timer.
Brussels sprout. 15 minutes. Starting now.
All right. Echo, what's the timers?
You have 3 timers. Tater with about 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Bread with about 8 minutes left. And breakfast bread with about 14 minutes left.
All right, thank you. Potatoes are about done. That's the reason I like someone else's program. I can understand that. Especially, I've had a couple of times early in streaming where OBS changed things. Back when I used OBS. And streams wouldn't start, cameras had to be reconfigured, etc., etc. So, I can understand that. Okay, I am doing inventory. Potatoes. Bread looked a little brown on the top. I'm a little worried about it. That's why I turned the convection on instead. Hoping that keeps things rolling around. Last thing is this. One of the other timers is about to give in. Back to the pot of few.
Your tater timer is done.
Echo, stop. I'm going to drain that off. Just a few. And the Savoy cabbage cut into 6th. They really have something against you, don't they? What I'm going to do is only put half of this in. And there was a couple other recommendations. Savoy, at least as I see it, the leaves are more wrinkled. And it's a milder flavor than cabbage, regular cabbage. But it's cabbage. Words of wisdom. So the potatoes are done. Whoa. How much time on the bread timer? Echo, how much time on the bread timer? Echo, dear, how much time on the bread timer?
Playing your personalized station. My soundtrack from Amazon Music.
Echo, stop. Echo, stop. Echo, stop. Echo, how much time on the timers? Oh, God, never mind. It was doing some sort of chant, satanic music. I don't know what the hell that means, but I think I'm doomed. The demon has figured out my music. He's going to tempt me to the dark side. Knew it. All right. We have our French bread for our... I'm going through the assemblage, and I need a platter. I'm going to be right back. Go get a platter. Yeah. Must have a gravy boat. And you know, a platter being this size, that's a platter. I think this is Marty's grandmother's. It's one thing that we noticed about, you know, passing and, you know, what things are desired anymore. You can't give China away. Well, the country you can. But fluffy little bunny rabbits. All right. Let's see. Echo, how much time on the timers?
You have 2 timers.
I do.
Bread with about 1 minute and 50 seconds left. And Brussels sprout with about 8 minutes and 20 seconds left.
I'm going to go ahead and put these in. They go for 5 or 10 more minutes. So, you can't see that. That's a dish. Now this is for 2 people. 2 armies. Let's go ahead and put this away. Oh, those are potatoes. You keep that. So let's get ready for plating. I don't care what the timer says.
Your bread timer is done.
Aha! Little crusty on top.
Your bread timer is done.
Echo, stop. Yep. Done on the inside. A little darkened. And that's not the baguettes I've seen in stores. Those are much more elongated. But I think those are more authentic than what I see in stores. Now once that's done, excuse me, hope you didn't hear that. Okay, good. Have to make sure I mute it and unmute it, otherwise we do pantomime for the rest of the stream. I've got 2 things to accompany. We talked about one already. And I'm going to start that. Actually, I'm just going to make that up a separate way. Here comes Eva. Welcome in, Eva. Thank you very much for dropping in. Appreciate you coming by. Hope you've been doing well. Or how have you been doing? We've had a chill stream today. We have candles instead of our tiki torches outside. Rushed back from a wedding from yesterday. I'm glad you could join us tonight. Been working every day on storm. You're down in our Florida area or farther north? So we just had Ian come through and drop a ton of rain on us. Nothing much on the winds, but I know it caused havoc down there. South Florida. So no power. I do know some is being restored, but some might be as late as a week. So thank you very much for doing that. I didn't know that was your line of work, so very cool. Unsung heroes. Huh, interesting. That's okay. These are about done. Did I set a timer for that? I did. I did indeed. I didn't. Need a little more time. It's like 95. Oh, wow. That is great. It's a west. I thought it came in on the east coast of the peninsula. Oh, dear. My pocket's talking to me. Wow. I know what that is. I just don't know why it's there. Device. Restart. Yes. Stop it. Stop talking to me. Fort Myers and cross. Oh, Titusville. Yeah, I know Fort Myers was really worried about it. But glad you're able to at least join us tonight and things aren't totally chaotic. We finished most of the pot of feel. We did our melomel, which is now sitting in a keg nicely. The baguettes. Not really the baguette that I remember. It smells nice. It'll be tasty. Now I don't have to trim my tree. Yeah, I think the storm took care of that for you. All right, let me start getting the meat out. The pot de feu we done tonight. I hope I've done justice to the French national dish. I'm going to use this to carry. Oh, wow. Could be interesting, guys. That's not a bad thing. It's just the beef short ribs, I think, have cooked apart. Echo, stop. That is the meat so far from the pot de feu. I hope I'm saying that right. think I put more. Yep, some of it did fall apart, which is good. That's one of the beef short ribs bones. So let me go ahead and toss this. Many bowls were dirty tonight. This is the round, bottom round steak. Roast, I should say. It's not a steak. This is all beef. This is our brisket. Nice fat cap still on it. Oh, that's looking nice. A couple of our short ribs. Let's see if I can find one more of those. That is our herbs, which I've given their all. All right. That is all for our meat. All for our meat. Jeez, that's enough meat. We'll pull some of our veggies. Let me go get a different bowl for that. Now, the French national dish, of course, has different condiments on the side. You can serve it with cornichons, with mustard, with Dijon mustard, which we have. And cornichons, I'm going to go get downstairs. It's another bowl. Going to, where are the potatoes? So I'm going to dunk them back in just to get a little heat. But I want to get the cabbages out. too. Hope you're hungry. Drop taters in. The broth is part of it. I've seen this served in a bowl like a stew. Take your favorite meats. And that's what we're going to do for this. There's others that say you can do like a, have the broth in one and then serve yourself off the platter. Realistically, there's enough you could do just about anything with. Hello, I read French. I'm learning English. Well, bonjour. English. I do not speak much English or much French. I can get myself in trouble. But thank you for joining us. We are doing the national dish of France, at least as we understand it, pâte à feu. I'm going to go get some cornichons and then we're going to serve up. So. Got these from, where are they? Perfect. It's actually a Euro market up in Pennsylvania where I visited. These are a product of, I think, Ukraine. Very good. I can not even French. Don't like Brussels. I like Brussels sprouts done in the oven. We roasted them today. Normally I do these with prosciutto. But this time we did it with almonds. And these weren't cut off the stem, but they are fresh. All right. And let's see, serving plate. You have some French style bread. It's labeled baguette, but I've seen baguettes differently. My apologies if it's not up to mark, but we wanted to do something that went along with it. If you want to know, Brussels sprout is choux de Bruxelles. It's supposed to be a baguette. I know. It doesn't look like it. You love a good sprout. That's good to hear. We have plenty. So we have this. Let me go ahead and get a bowl for this. I'm trying to think of the right serving bowl. I'm going to just go with our regular bowls here.
Read it, boy.
Egg. That's literally, that's like, yep, it is literally a loaf of bread. So I'm not going to call this a baguette. Can I show it to the camera? Sure. Let's do this. Not the way I remember it, so I'm not calling this a baguette. We followed the recipe for one. Thank you very much. I messed it up. So, let's go ahead with this. Some of the short rib, some of the brisket, some of the round, another brisket. I forgot to do this. Perfect. I did this myself, yes. I am not a professional chef. I am a curious cook. In the background, thank you very much. So we try to make everything from scratch without onions. No onions in this, no corn products. So let me go ahead, take some pictures. Get that out of there. And my lady is asleep, so I'm going to go ahead and dish up for myself. And bread is your job. Could have used you about an hour ago. I was trying to figure out how to fold it to get the baguette. So I am learning, and I do not profess to know, and I actually take guidance from our community here. We are a backseat driving permitted. Three or four baguettes. Ugh. I understand. I did got this recipe off of Food Network. We have links for it, if someone can put those up there. I don't think, this looks like a loaf of French bread. Or a loaf of bread. I wouldn't even call it French. It's not good crunch. But it is food. So let's give it a try. I have my Brussels sprouts here. We did these Brussels sprouts, olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper, and blanched almonds, roasted in the oven. They're okay. Not awesome in my book.
Red boy.
Wow. That camera needs help. You pressed it so all the gas inside is out. And develop a lot of second. Just roll it. Yeah, I agree. In terms of what I did, what you're saying is what I made. The mistakes I made, you are correct. And I could use, I'm not going to lie, it's a good bread. It's not a baguette. The pot au feu, again, no onions. Needs a little bit more salt. I like the broth, but I wanted to try the brisket first, or we have the round. It's not bad for homemade. Too kind. And I will work on it. That's one thing I do here. I've made, still need to make a good pita. I still need to make good burritos. And I have those all on my list to work on. And this is kind of a learning experience for me. Strength of the dog, too much protein, too much development. Okay. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the input. Now this is the short rib. That is quite good. Cornichons. Didn't make these. You know? It is safe. Good. Thought I was in trouble there. And thank you for that. I do appreciate it. Quite the spread of food. I think it's all mine tonight. Send help. Yeah, Lady Wayfarer will be joining me later on tonight. She had a long day. And I have my puppies. That's Coda. Or that's Indy, sorry. That's Coda. Kubiak. Quite the spread. Salmon and pâté de sel. Oh, I'm learning English. Welcome. Thank you very much for the follow. And admirable to pick up, is it a second or a third or a fourth language? I know one. I've played around learning German, because that's my family's origin. Best part, the short rib, very tender. The brisket is good. Still a little tooth to it. I don't know where my copy went, Egg. We've had a lot of moving going on here, so. Flour, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Although, there's a couple different types we keep. This is one of our better ones. King Arthur Bread Company. Now this is the whole wheat. I usually have the bread flour. But the recipe I used called for all-purpose, which surprised me a little bit. Actually, we had, what was it, Master of Splits earlier talking about it too. And that a lot of the good cuisines, there's a lot of good food out of a lot of different cuisines. France has a lot of very elaborate dishes, which I find intriguing and very challenging. She's not around to give me a grade, but 6.5, 7 out of 10. The beef short ribs, spot on. Carrots.
Red boy.
No, I'm not thinking about it, Egg. $55 or $65. Oh my gosh. And being a baker, is that your profession? Because you would be exposed to a lot of that, more so than others. Awesome. So for a baguette, which flour would you use? Do you have percentages of protein, those types of things? What kind of bread or flour would you use for a baguette? 7.5. Bread flour. No, it's not. That's the American. We have bread flour, we have cake flour, and we have all-purpose flour. My lovely lady sleeps. The exterior of the... Oh, the brand. Got it. Okay.
Cheer 100. Why is it cheaper to throw a party in a haunted house? Because the ghosts will bring the booze.
Egg. That was bad. Congratulations. That's right, boot yourself out. Okay, guys. I am learning English. You are certainly welcome here again. I'm glad you stopped by. And truly, I want to learn more. I explore through foods here. And most of the recipes I go with are from my mother's and grandmother's recipe box. This was a request by Master of Splits. Oh, well, when I stop learning, I start dying. So, not planning on that anytime soon. We stream in East Coast U.S. time, 6:30 on Wednesdays and 3 p.m. on Sundays. This Sunday, my moderators are going to put me through a little bit of a challenge, shall we say. And they're going to give me 3 ingredients from our fridge, and I have to make 3 dishes out of 5 other ingredients that I bring to the table. To live there and make people learn what is good bread. Excellent. Quebec, I presume? Although the French there is different than European French. Without knowing what you're getting, yes. For you, it's already Monday. How's Monday? Is it a good Monday? So yeah, we'll see. Well, 6:30. It's 6.